there are moments that change the course of history. Moments when empires rise and civilizations are shaken to their core. In the 4th century AD, the Roman Empire was at the peak of its power. Its borders were protected by impenetrable walls, and its legions struck fear into the world. However, an unprecedented threat emerging from the vast eastern steppes would bring this colossal empire to its knees. They were the Huns. Roman sources describe them as subhuman beings, creatures virtually born on horseback. The Huns were coming, and they brought not only death but also a military revolution. The heart of the Hunnic army consisted of flawless cavalrymen, each raised on horseback since childhood. For a Hun warrior, a horse was not just a mount, but a part of his own body. Roman legionnaires were accustomed to fighting in disciplined ranks with heavy armor and massive shields. They sought an enemy with whom they could clash face to face in close combat. But the Huns never gave them that chance. The Hunnic army never attacked Roman lines directly. Instead, they swept in like the wind, unleashed their lethal arrows, and vanished before the Romans could even draw their swords. The greatest secret of Hunnic military technology was their asymmetric composite bow. These bows were much lighter, more flexible, and possessed an incredible range compared to the European bows of the era, yet they were powerful enough to pierce heavy armor. When the Huns entered the battlefield, the sky would instantly be blanketed by thousands of arrows. However, these arrows had a much more terrifying feature. They whistled. By placing special perforated bones on the arrowheads, the Huns engineered whistling arrows that emitted a shrill and eerie sound as they flew through the air. When thousands of arrows were launched simultaneously, a deadly scream rose from the heavens. This sound was a psychological warfare element designed to utterly shatter the morale of Roman soldiers. Hearing this sound in the darkness of night or foggy mornings, enemy soldiers would flee in panic, believing they were being attacked by an army of invisible demons. Furthermore, the Huns utilized a flawless tactic known as the feigned retreat. In the heat of battle, they would retreat as if they were terrified and fleeing. Intoxicated by the illusion of victory, the pursuing Roman legions would break their disciplined ranks and scatter across the open field. The moment the Romans were completely disorganized, the Hunnic cavalry would suddenly wheel their horses around, trapping the enemy in a ruthless encirclement and annihilating them. Under the leadership of Attila, these tactics reached absolute perfection. Rome could not withstand these relentless steppe warriors and was forced to submit to them. The whistling arrows and fluid cavalry tactics of the Huns did not merely drive Rome to ruin, they reshaped world military history forever.